What's happening, guys? James Blunt here with MMOHuts.com. I'm at PAX East with Magicka Wizard Wars. This is John, the pretty much everything manager. So tell us a little bit about Magicka for those who've never seen the game. There's a lot of people here that have not got to see the game, and what is their reaction toward it so far?
I think the reaction has been great so far. I mean, we're overwhelmed here at PAX. You know, thousands of people have been trying out the game and been having lots of fun. So for those who don't know what Magicka is, it's a game about wizards. You combine your own spells and you kind of battle it out in different using these elements and trying to take out each other. So we have a 4 versus 4 game mode, for example, where you team up and try to beat other wizards.
And so this is a brand new game mode that's available right now for those that are in the alpha, correct?
That's correct. We have 2 game modes. We have the 4 versus 4. It's been with us since we entered early access back in October, and now we also have a dual game mode, which is 1-on-1. So it's a lot more competitive. You get to show off your true skills.
And so I know that this question has been asked before, but I've got to ask this question just for general purposes. I know this game is primarily focused on PvP. Is there any sort of PvE element that's going to be added or planned in the works or anything like that?
If you're asking for a story mode, I might have to disappoint you, but what we do have is a training ground. So we've added the ability to just join the training ground, learn things at your pace. We have Timid, a training dummy that you can take out as many times as you like. You can spawn in some imps to kind of battle it out against
yeah, the training zone is really nice. You need that. I mean, the game is super competitive. You have to be able to go in there and put your skills to the test by combining all these elements. There's what, 8 elements?
There's 8 elements, and there's up to 140 combinations that you can choose to apply to yourself or to your opponent.
So what elements are like the trump card? What is like the best combination of skills? I know you play the game a lot, so you probably like, man, I really like this.
I'm a fairly simple man when it comes to that. I tend to use like pure fire or pure earth. But there is no real ulti combination, and that's the beauty of the game. That's what we changed from the previous title, where you basically have to read your opponent just as much as selecting your own spells. So if I see you're charging your fire, I'm going to apply a fire shield rather than trying to attack you, perhaps. So my favorite is DDD, or Earth, and then just give you a big rock in the head.
Yeah, just brick wall it. So that's another thing that's really, I guess, complex in the game is you can self-inflict a lot of damage to yourself. Like I have the problem with sometimes I'll put a shield up and then realize that I'll bounce a beam back at me or at my allies. And so healing is a big part of the game, and then not hurting yourself is a big part of the game, as well as if you're on fire or anything like that, you got to put yourself out with water. So there's a lot going on at one time. I can't even begin to think of another game that has this much complexity in any given moment. It's really, really fascinating. So with that said, hopefully, and how are you approaching the whole newbie aspect on the game? Like when people get in it, are they finding it too frustrating or anything like that?
I mean, we definitely have challenges, and we tend to use a cliche like easy to learn, hard to master, and so far we've been putting a lot of effort into the easy to learn aspect, but we have miles to go as well. We can see, we have some telemetry in the game. We can see where people drop off. We added kind of an introductory level where you go through a 5-step process of learning the basics, how to combine, how to use a magic, how to kind of just protect yourself. But no, we have a lot to improve on that matter. But on the other hand, what's most important to us is to create a hardcore PvP experience. So we don't want to take away the fun from the players that have learned the depth. So it's important to us to stay true to the Magicka gameplay. So we'll work on making it easier to learn, but without removing the fun.
And so the game is a free-to-play game. It's in pre-alpha. Does the game yet have a microtransaction shop?
We have an in-game store, but it's purely using in-game currency right now, so grind currency, if you will. we are in a closed alpha. We're looking into going open beta towards the summer. Obviously, going wide, letting anyone download the game at that point will mean that we're introducing starter packs and stuff like that. But you know, that's part of the game as well. And what's important to us is that everything you buy gives you both a disadvantage and an advantage. So it's not going to be a matter of just like buy your way to the top. You have to be skilled to rule this game.
Right. So there's no purpose in buying like this uber weapon, because it also comes with something that's going to give you a disadvantage at the same time. So there's no encouragement there. Awesome. Well, the game is in closed alpha. Is there any way people get in right now? I know some people are in the game.
Yeah, so there are two ways to get in. We're on Steam Early Access, so if you want to support us, please buy one of our starter packs. And the other way is to sign up on our website, wizardwars.com. Obviously, you're going to be put in a queue, but anyone who signs up, as long as you can sign up, we're going to send out invites as we are able to let people into the game. So there are two ways. You can kind of choose.
And one last question, so going towards a more open beta, what is the focus in the game right now? What is the next step?
The biggest focus right now is the update we released about a week ago, the ability to choose the game mode you want to play. That was a huge thing for us, because it meant we need to upgrade our servers and make sure that they are flexible to cater to 2 game modes. So a lot of the focus is actually on the non-visual side to make sure that, you know, the back end, the login servers, all aspects of that work tremendously well. Last week we also launched a new matchmaker that actually takes your skill into account. So hopefully, speaking of new users, hopefully they will only face other new users. They will not end up against this level 50 super skilled player. So that's the preparations that are going on behind the scenes, and then obviously we'll also see new items and new wizards and characters and stuff like that being introduced. So focus, stability, focus, new content, and then we'll see if we can throw in a surprise as well. Yeah.
Well, awesome. As the game is right now, it looks wonderful. Thanks for having me.
Thank you very
Appreciate
much.
it so much.
Yep.